going on, people? It's your man Raadius and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit different than the previous one that I have brought you guys. This video, if you've read the title, is going to be my top 10 shoe releases of 2020. That is right. Before we get started, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button down below, as this will be the last video of 2020 coming from your man's right here. Also, if you appreciate the videos I have brought you guys this year, and of course this video right now, go ahead and do me a favor, hit that like button. Now, let's get started with this video. So again, top 10 shoes of 2020. Now coming in at number 10, we have the Puma RS-X3 Puzzle Limestone. The release date on these shoes was January 7, 2020, and the retail price for these was $85. I have been creating content for Puma all this year, super thankful for that opportunity, and I hope it does continue into 2021. They sent me these Limestone shoes earlier this year, and these shoes are straight fire. So the first thing that I pick up on the shoes is the colorway. The colorway is so dope. It has cream filled all over it. If you guys are not aware, cream has been like the color of 2020 on all kicks. You can't go wrong with cream colored shoes because it has like an outdated or retro vibe look, and these do not disappoint. We have the cream color laces going on, the cream color sole, the cream color toe. This shoe overall is just seriously dope. Again, shout out to Puma for sending me these shoes. I love them. So again, my number 10 shoe of 2020 is the Puma RS-X3 Limestone. All right, coming in at number 9, we have the New Balance 99S Marbled Gray. The release date on these was January 1st, 2020, and the retail price on these was $120. These shoes are fire. I'm a huge fan of the 99S, especially the bodega joints. Those were a close runner-up to these, but I do appreciate the more subtle, the more laid-back feel of this shoe. Not no branding, not no collaboration. It's just what New Balance is known for is their gray vibes, and these do not disappoint. Dope shoe. We'll try to definitely cop these shoes, but this is my number 9 shoe, the New Balance 99S Marble Gray. Now moving on to number 8, we have an Adidas. It's the only Adidas shoe here on my list. For me, Adidas kind of fell off in 2020. I know 2020 is going to be a lot different now that Jerry Lorenzo is on board with them, with Fear God Athletics and running their Adidas basketball division. But with that said, let's talk about this Adidas. So this is a Yeezy. This is the Adidas Yeezy 350 Boost V2 Carbon. The release date on these was October 2nd, 2020. And the retail price was $220. Of all the Yeezys, I had to cop these. I didn't cop these, but I wanted to cop these. I missed out. It is what it is when it comes to these type of shoes. The only thing about me when it comes to Yeezys is the price. $220 is pretty steep. And that's just the retail for all the 350 V2s, unfortunately. So that's why it's kind of hard to cop some of these shoes or multiple pairs of these shoes at that type of price. But this was one of those that had to be copped. I will try to get these on the resale market. But again, coming in at number 8, the Adidas Boost 350 V2 Carbon. Now coming in at number 7, it's a shoe that has come and gone and come and gone and come and gone over the years, but it looks like it's here to stay again. We have the Nike Dunk Low SP Kentucky. These shoes are so dope. They dropped in a college pack. It was the Kentuckies, the Syracuse, and I believe it was the Indiana, I think that's what it was. But out of all three of these, the blue joints were my favorite. These are fire. Drop one of those palms for these. I definitely love these shoes. I definitely missed out on sneakers. Me and sneakers have a hate-love relationship, unfortunately. It is what it is. But with that said, that is my number 7 shoe of this year. It is the Nike Dunk SP Kentucky. Now coming in at number 6 was a shoe that was hyped from 2019 that was released this year. This shoe was released on May 9th, 2020, just a couple days before my birthday, and the retail price for these was $170. Now you're probably wondering, that sounds like a Jordan 1, and you know what? It is. I was able to cop these. So when these first leaked in 2019, I was like, I had to have them. And of course I got them. Not through sneakers, of course, because again, me and sneakers have a hate-love relationship. I had to go on the resale market for these, and I had a cop from GOAT. So shout out to GOAT for these, definitely appreciate it. I didn't pay too much for these. It was definitely within the realms of my bank account. But again, These are the Air Jordan 1 Royal Toe Game Royal. There's some different names for these shoes. The off fragments, the knockoff fragments, whatever you want to call them. This is what they are. Air Jordan 1 had a crazy 2020, a lot of releases, but there was only a couple releases that mattered most to me, and this was one of them. You can't go wrong with this one. I think a lot of people copped this shoe and were pleasantly surprised by the materials and the colorway. Again, it does have a Fragment 1 vibe going on to it. That's not why I copped it. I just love the color blocking on this version of the shoe. If I could change one thing on the shoe, it would be to change the toe blue to maybe white. But then again, it'd probably look too close to the fragments. That's probably why Jordan Brand didn't do that. But with that said, this is my number 6 shoe of 2020, the Air Jordan 1 OG High Royal Toe Game Royal Blue Joints, whatever you want to call them. All right, now coming in at number 5 was a shoe that I really wanted to get, but the gods above told me, nah, bruh, it's not happening. This shoe was really special to me. The shoe originally dropped in 2010. It was part of a Christmas pack through Nike Basketball. LeBron James and Kevin Durant, they all had their own basketball Christmas shoe, and also Kobe Bryant. So rest in peace to Kobe Bean Bryant, one of the greatest all-time players ever, just a human being in general. Very sad what happened to him earlier this year, tragedy. Again, shout out to Kobe Bryant and to his family. My number 5 shoe is the Nike Kobe 6 Proto Grinch. The release day was 12/24/2020. That was just a week ago, and the retail price for these was $180. Very somber note, I know, it's sad. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I heard what happened, I cried. It was sad. I'm a Kobe guy, and yeah. Whew, sorry you guys, had a little moment there. It's really something what Kobe has done, not just for basketball, but has done for here in LA. He's bigger than basketball. He's bigger than LA. Kobe was everything combined. And this shoe was no different. The Grinch dropped and it instantly sold out. Nike didn't make too many pairs of these. They were super limited. I tried to get them on Shoe Palace. Didn't happen. I woke up late for the sneakers drop. Woke up at like 7:45. So the resale price isn't really too bad. They kind of dropped about 10-15 bucks in the last couple days. But yeah, that is my number 5 shoe. It made the top 5. It is the Kobe 6 Proto Grinch. All right, people, we are back with number 4 pick, and we're going back to an old shoe that we talked about earlier. We're talking about a Dunk, and this Dunk is being reprised from an Air Max 1 that this company dropped. Coming in at number 4 is the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Atmos Elephant. This shoe, fire. Drop one of these palms for that. Man, I try to get this shoe. I probably hit up maybe 20 plus raffles, like no joke. I hit up all these raffles for these shoes. I even hit up raffles in Japan, but I didn't get them. Now the resale on these is really not that bad. I think I saw at one point they were hitting around $350 to $325, and that's a really good price for these shoes. I expect these to be up in the $600, $700, $800 range, but it's really not. So these will be copped because they're not that expensive. But you can't go wrong with this Nike Dunk. The colorway is fire. You can't go wrong with the elephant print, the jade Nike swoosh. It's dope. So with that said, that is my number 4 pick of this year. We are now getting into the top 3 pick of 2020 for me. Let's get started. All right, we are now entering the top 3 picks of my 2020 selection, and all of these are fire. Bombs will be dropped, of course. So let's get started. So coming in at number 3 of my 2020, as I keep mentioning, we have an Air Jordan 1. Now again, the Air Jordan 1 had a crazy year. Jordan 1s have been having a crazy year over the last several years. It wasn't that much of a popular shoe for some reason, and all of a sudden just, it jumped up. And that's probably due to the fact of the off-white Jordan 1, I believe. But with that said, had a crazy year, and this shoe has been on the same wavelength as the Game Royals, maybe even a higher frequency. So you probably got an idea what I'm talking about. So coming in at my number 3, we have the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Mocha. Yo, with that said, drop on the clues bombs for these. Man, I didn't get these, and that sucks. And I tried. Again, just like the Atmos dunks, I probably entered like 25 of these raffles. I even entered sneakers raffle too, and no go. I even entered the raffles for the re-release of the shoes here in the US, and I entered the raffles for the shoes over in Europe because they dropped like a month after the US drop. No go. The resale on these is not too bad, but then it did skyrocket the last week for some odd reason. Now it's sitting over $400. And at one point, I think it was like around that $360 range. But I gotta have these shoes. Like, there's something about these shoes and the color blocking that is just so damn good. Like, Nike, you guys did so good. Nike, Jordan brand, you guys did so good with this color blocking. Like, it's so good. I keep mentioning it's so good. But yeah, these shoes will be copped. This is my number 3 pick of my 2020. It is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Retro blah blah blah. Okay. Now let's get into the top 2 picks of this year. Now coming in at number 2, we're going back to a dunk. Now the dunks had a resurgence this year, and that's good. I'm an old dunk head. I love dunks. One of the first shoes I bought, well, was Jordan, but the point I'm trying to get at, it was dunks. I still have my several crazy dunks here that I bought. But with that said, we're going to a dunk that was limited release here, had a bigger release in a different country, but it's part of a pack. So with that said, we have the Nike SB Dunk Low jpac Chicago. Man, these are fire. We're gonna drop a bomb for these as well. I am mad that I did not get these. Now the release on these was kind of weird. When it comes to Nike Dunks, they don't have an actual like global release like Jordans do. It's a very like sporadic like skate shop release, and this is no different. These literally released at skate shops sporadically. Like they released at this skate shop, you know, one day at this skate shop, another day at this skate shop, another day. It was so weird. Like you either had to have a connect to get these shoes, or you got lucky or something. Like who knows? What I do know is that your boy didn't cop, and that sucks. I do want them though. The Chicago is such a classic, iconic, historical colorway when it comes to Jordan that I'm so glad that they brought it to the SB pack, and I love the fat tongue on these. I love the fat tongue on these. So with that said, coming into my number 2, it is the Nike Dunk SB Low jpac Chicago. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, people, the moment is here. We're talking about the number 1 shoe, my number 1 shoe of 2020. And it's a banger. Like, it's a banger. It's a shoe that I had been eyeing for so long. Let's talk about it. All right, people, we are finally here. Let's talk about my number 1 shoe of 2020. And is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? Because this shoe is fire. Like, it is straight up fire. Shout out to Ronnie Fieg. Ronnie Fieg is an individual like no other. This guy cannot miss. He literally cannot miss. Anything Ronnie touches, it's gold. Kith is on such a warpath. Collab after collab after collab after collab after collab. Like, this guy is on top of Mount Everest. Like, that's how good Ronnie is. And when Ronnie touches something, you know it's gonna be dope. You know it's gonna be fire. And this number 1 shoe is no different. So coming in at number 1, Raadius' top 10 shoes of 2020. Number 1 is the Nike Air Force 1 Low Kith, Japan. Yo, man, can I get some celebrations going on here? Man, stop gonna lose bombs for these. Drop another bomb for these. This shoe is by far my favorite shoe of 2020. You know what? This shoe by far is probably one of my favorite shoes of all time, or at least gotta be in my top 5 or top 3. The colorway is so simple. It's red because of Japan. It has white because of Japan. It has an off-color cell to give it that retro vibe. It has the subtle kith in the middle of the shoe by the swoosh. The shoe is just so good. It's so good. It's not overly stated. It's just that great. The back says kith. The tongue has a Japanese flag on it. It is so good. Like, when I saw this shoe, I was like, I'm gonna get it. No matter what, I will do whatever it takes to get this shoe. I'll pay resale for it. Then I found out it was released only in Japan. I was like, okay, cool. Not too bad. Hit up all my connects. My connects were like, yo, I got you, Raadius. Then the shoe released limit in Japan, to the point where my connects couldn't even help me, and it was a lost cause. The resale is crazy on these. Look, it's crazy. But But the shoe did release in Japan only on July 4th, 2020. The retail price on these is only 140 bucks, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this is my #1 shoe of 2020. So congratulations to Ronnie Feig and Kith family for dropping the hottest shoe, in my opinion, of 2020, the Nike Air Force 1. And thank you, people, for watching this video. Before I leave you guys, there were some shoes that were honorable mentions that didn't make the list but could have made the list, and that goes to the Puma RSX Dreamer. Another runner-up shoe for this list was the Off-White Times Air Jordan 4 Cell. And then my last shoe coming up that just released, it was the Reebok Answer Mid Yellow Toe. So thank you to the runner-ups. Woo! We finished this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. And also, if you guys like the video, just all the content I brought for this year, please give me a thumbs up too. Definitely helps and goes a long way. That's gonna wrap up this video. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think and what was your top 10 list of 2020, and also what are you looking forward for next year. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. This was the last video of 2020. See you guys next year in 2021. More videos coming. Until then, peace.